Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Williams will look to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
Escapes the pocket. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. And maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
On 4th down, it's Williams. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bears.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Williams set to pass. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Williams to throw on 3rd. He finds Njoku complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Williams again. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught near the goal line. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. To the air yet again, Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears earn the chance to tie before halftime. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. Another one for Gibbs. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back too, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Big strike here to Williams. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Shuck to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
It's now third and goal.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. On play action, here's Shuck. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So the offense staying on the field from a bit of a distance here. They're going for it on 4th and goal.
Cowboy 80. That's it. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Trying for it with Shuck. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He cuts it to the rim. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He gone. He's long gone. Not with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Chuck's going to throw here. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Escapes the pocket. He's making a bid for it. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
A 5-yard gain.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Off the play action. Jump. Out left. Worthy makes the ground. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out.
Gain of 10 yards.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Another Detroit Lions. First down.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And this one does not go far.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Going deep here for the end zone. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half.
Jack Fox to kick off.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
What is up?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by the open man. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Williams on 1st down. Forced out to his right. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Williams with 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. For 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
And the Bears first down.
Williams to throw on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Williams from the gun. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Dumped off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Taking a shot deep here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
9 yards. And the Lions first down.
Again, it's Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Try in the air now. Here's Shop. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco works the sideline inside the 35. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming right is Gibbs. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Lions first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 15.
Throwing. Shot. Screen here for Gibbs. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and just 2 to go.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
Jack Fox to kick off for the
Fox
Lions.
now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Carson Schlesinger on the coverage.
Working from the gun, Williams. Connects on the crosser. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down throw by Williams. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
3rd down. Here's Williams. It's in or no. They dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
1st down Bears.
To the air yet again. Williams. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down, Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's out of bounds. It looks like they might have a shot, Brock, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shock working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 22 out of that play. And the Lions have a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
They're going to pass it here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he will have the Lions 1st down, and they can start to celebrate now. This one's over. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. They step up to a 2nd and 11 here following the sack. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. For big yards on the right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. We've set it downs from the 37. Here he is to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Setting up to pass. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. From the red zone on first. Gets another one to Mitchell. And he's short of the first after a miles gain. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. And now he gets it stopped with a spike. 14 seconds remaining. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing now. On the move, headed right. He's going to run for it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. We need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Williams to throw on first. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports.